friends and rockers. Let's start off with a couple of the love there. Got the video from early this morning loading up on the page here. So if you see me kind of look away every now and then, I'm checking to make sure that they're still loading up and doing well. So in the meantime, we're gonna film what we promised, and that is to keep the work going on this little beauty right here. I've got my work area set up, so I'll be able to show you everything that I'm going to do. And let's see, we've got our Snapple here, Raspberry. We've got all the tools that we could possibly need for today's session. We've got cleaners, polishes, we've got some 320 grit sandpaper to get off some of the blemishes and take off some of the high spots that I filled in. We do have a couple of nail files which I thought could help. And we picked up a paintbrush, to sweep away any of the dust. And we picked up a woodworker's stain marker for little touch-ups. This one is number 225 red mahogany, if you can see that. And other tools that we may need along the way in case we decide to go a little further. If you noticed, I pulled the Martin off the wall again because it just sounds beautiful. Gotta love the way that they make this guitar. That it is a it's not made the way that they usually make their guitars. This is a different material, I think. It's not a carbon fiber, but it is a high pressure laminate. That's what it is. It is a high pressure laminate. It is acoustic and electric. It has the little volume electronics right there, if you can see that. It's right underneath the sound hole. And the battery is right there with the jack. So it's a very nice guitar. The nut is, I think, either bone or I know it's not plastic. It's either bone or I want to say tusk, but that's I would have to look it up again and find out. But we'll put this back up on the wall so it's out of the way and it doesn't get any or nicks or scratches, and you won't have to see me trying to fix this puppy up. Be right back. I do have both microphones on, so if you hear it being a little louder, I mean, it's probably a good thing, but I do have the gain and the volumes set just right so it doesn't feedback or get too overly like clipping, you know. And I do have a fan running in the background in case you happen to hear that little every now and then. It's an upright floor fan that oscillates, and it's probably like this wide, and I don't know, maybe like that. If you could. So it's a nice fan. I have a couple of them. Anyway, the light behind me that you can see, I'm gonna put that either by the door or somewhere so we can brighten up our work area. Oh, it looks like there's a couple people outside clapping and waving and doing whatnot. Okay. All right, so let's get started here. Take in and there we go. I think. Whoops. Okay. Okay, just want to make sure that you're seeing everything that I am, and it looks like the microphone's in the way. I'll have to move that back. Okay, how's that? There we go. You can see lots better now. Okay, that looks like it focused in pretty good. Let's get some light on the subject now. Let's see. Looks pretty good, I think. think that's good. I think this is going to be good for us. You can see exactly where I'm going to be working, and everything that I said I was going to do on from last night, early this morning. So, all right, let's go over this again. So I have the new tuners, as you saw in the last video, and I have the nut here, and all these little fill-ins here that I did with toothpicks and glue. We're going to level those down, even like up here, if you can see. I still have to find out about this little. If you can see, it looks like that there's a crack. It goes from in between these two fill holes, almost all the way down to this volume pot jack, or a hole. So it goes from here, it goes from just below it to almost all the way up to here. Maybe you can see it if it's in the light. So if you look closely, in between those two holes, right here, to almost all the way down here. And there's like a little crack. It's very, very minute. Hard to really tell if it's a finish crack or if it's a wood crack. I've got my doubts on which one it is, but if I had to guess, I would have to guess that it is it's the wood. And I've seen a couple people take care of cracks like that, taking like CA glue and these little pipettes that you attach to the CA glue bottles and just kind of fill in the crack, and then finish it so it's barely noticeable. But for me to actually be able to tell if it is, I would have to look on the inside, and I don't have anything to do that at the moment. I'll have to figure out a way. I suppose I could use a mechanic's mirror, but to try to stick something down in there, it would be a nightmare. So I'm gonna have to think of something. But when we get that far, we're not actually that far yet. We're pretty much still at the beginning stages here. So let's start off right now. Taking down, leveling these little spots on the body. I figured I would try one of these these little nail files, because it's very fine grit. Figured it should be okay. And when we get closer down, then we can change to the 320 sandpaper here. I remembered one of you suggested last time to avoid any more scratches, to mask the surface. Yes, you know who you are. And yes, I know who you are too. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way. I think I'm just going to take little itty bitty pieces and try to put them close to, or yeah, maybe I could do this. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket. Little itty bitty pieces. And then put it around. There we go. There's one. Let's see. Yeah. So how is everyone today? Yeah, that rain last night, wow, that was something, I think. But I'd rather see that right now than anything that could make me slip and slide and fall down. Okay. All right. That's looking pretty good. Okay, how's that for a masking job? Yeah. So, I think we should put a little more tape, just so we don't stretch up any other areas. This is a long file. Let's see. Yep. Go all the way to the edge. There we go. All right, how's that? That looks better. So, see how this works. I think that's gonna be good. Well, this one came out pretty good, but this one on the edge, it still looks a little high, but I think that it will be covered by the new pickguard. And I happen to just hit the the edge here a little bit with the file. I don't think there was anything that I was able to do about that. Let's see. The new pickguard is this right here. So when we put it in, when we go to put it in, it'll look something like that. So yeah, where I just happened to catch that a little isn't really going to matter. It's not going to be seen. So let's get this, get that out of there. Okay, moving along. Okay. Oops. What? Something happened. These washer and a nut came off from one of the pots here. Which one? Which one? Okay, I think I know where it came from. Came from right here, I think. All right. Okay. Moving on. So now we have to unmask. We have to take the mask off. And try not to tear any of the pieces because they can be reused. So is everybody doing all right? Being stuck at home lately? I haven't really been, going by that. Stay in your house, don't go anywhere.